get baled of junk.
Oh, you be good.
He was completely emaciated.
Yeah, look at this. This is jungle out here. So it's raining again, and I'll tell you why. Because we have hay down again, that's why. First crop was a breeze, getting dry hay up. We have been battling the weather this entire second crop. He was baling yesterday, it got rained on. He raked again today and was baling. I believe he's still up there. He's got Chris out there coming through with a round baler now just to get what he can off. But there won't be any small squares, any more small squares coming off of those fields for a second crop. What do? Horses and hay and rain. All goes hand in hand. Tartar sauce. Yeah, whatever didn't get baled as junk. Crap.
So we're up here checking to see how many round bales we got off this field.
Small square sitting right there.
No, one I missed the wagon with a couple. Well, we were baling here this afternoon. I started around 1 o'clock and everything looked really nice. I figured I had all afternoon to bale. And after I baled for about half an hour, I realized that it was going to rain. So another good neighbor came and helped bale. He round baled so we could get all his hay off the field because it had already been rained on, and if it gets rained on again it kind of turns to garbage. So we're up here to pick up the three bales, small square bales I missed the wagon with when I was baling, and to count and see how many round bales we got. I see 5 so far. Nope, 6. I'm guessing 8 total. Well, these once round bales are baled, it doesn't really matter when they get rained on. They sit outside anyway, so they're fine.
Are you sure they were baled before it rained?
He's gonna the guy that baled it's gonna let me know if there's any that he baled after it started raining. He's gonna tell me which ones they are. But I think that by the time I was done here and where he was at, I think he probably got it all done before it really started raining. So I think they're all fine. But if there are any that got rained on while he was baling, we'll just feed them right away, and they're fine. So second crop this year was really hard. Pretty much everything I cut got rained on at least once. Last time we had 8 on this field, but from the time we did first crop until we started doing second crop, we kind of had a drought around here, so we were kind of happy that we got any hay, because some people didn't, and it didn't grow at all. We're kind of fortunate that we got what we've got, I guess. So is it 4 out here?
I see 4.
when you get rain, then the next crop comes better. So yes, it's very good. We need rain. It's just, it sucks when it rains when you have hay down, but that's part of farming.
Six. 2 small squares here.
That's where I had, when I was baling, the knotter messed up, and I seen a couple broken bales shoot into the wagon, so I pitched them out, and I thought maybe he'd pick them up when he was round baling, but it was probably starting to rain pretty good by then, so he just did what he could and got out of the field.
Midge is here to assist. As is Wilbur. So 7 round bales would be approximately how many small squares?
I think it's like 40 small squares per round bale. So 4 times 7 is 280.
280.
Either way, it's a lot of food that we can still feed. So we're, like I said, really lucky our neighbors come and helped us, because without that, this hay would be garbage. And
You'd be going to some cattle.
yeah, no.
So like Nate was saying, we had a heck of a time getting the second crop done without the hay getting lost several times. I'd say it's rained probably just 3 inches this week alone, which is making our pastures look like jungles. Look at that. Careful, kids. So he is out here now mowing down some of that really tall brush. An old stump. Yeah, this all used to be woods, guys. And just year by year, clearing it out, and now it's turning into gorgeous pasture. Lots of mowing to do. Lots of mud. We needed the rain, but good grief. Yeah, look at this. This is jungle out here. I don't think that's how you're supposed to wear that jalapeno. Yeah, it's bitter. I don't even think. Do you even need the salter on? I'm taking it off. Let's see what happens.
Sure. Oh boy.
So me and Kylie just got back from picking up an owner surrender. It has stopped raining. The sun is out. This is Manny inside the trailer here. He was purchased this past April by his owner from a woman in Texas. The owner paid $5,000 for him. She said the photos she saw looked really good. He was healthy. And then when he was delivered to her home, he was completely emaciated and did not look like his photos. She said if it wasn't for the markings, she would have argued that that was not the horse she had even purchased. So it is now almost August, and she has gotten him back to a good weight. She has cared for him, loved him, and unfortunately she's had some family health issues, so she is having to move and she can no longer keep him. She had us come pick him up, and here he is. This is Manny. Said he's in his 20s, but he's a super, super quiet, super, super sweet boy. You're just super, super. He is. So we're gonna get him into a pasture and let him meet some friends and get him comfortable with us. She did say since she's had him, he has not been with other horses. So he's probably gonna be very excited to have some friends. Be nice, boys. Well, I think that went well. Today we have 2 owner surrenders coming. Their owners are moving to Florida and unfortunately cannot take them with. What we know about them at this point in time is that they do both have history of founder, and the mare has some glue-on rocker shoes. So we'll just wait for them to get here and learn more about them once the vet sees them. Oh, I see your shoes. You got it, honey. Good job, sweet girl. Good boy. Good job, bud. Here we go. Yeah.
What are you up to, Jody?
I'm washing the cart for Sara.
What's Sarah need it for?
Sara needs it for the microscope for the fecal count. So she'll have a little station here that she can put her stuff on and she'll be good to go.
As some of you may know, we now have a fecal microscope. And one of our volunteers, Sara, she is actually a vet tech. She has been helping us read those fecals and get those fecal counts. And so today I'm gonna just kind of have her talk us through, what she's doing and give us some information about it all and get you guys a little bit more acquainted with her.
So I'm just gonna mark their cups so I don't forget who's who. All right, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so here is the new lab cart, fecal cart station. Exciting stuff to play with poop. My name's Sara. I am one of the new volunteers. I think I've been here maybe 3 weeks, something like that. So my background is veterinary technology, mostly small animal. In college, I really wanted to be an equine tech and just happened to get my first job with small animals. So I still have my license. For the last few years, I've worked for a veterinary company that basically, that's where the microscope came from and all the supplies that we're using here. So that was nice to get a little donation of all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is look for a parasite egg count. So those of you that are maybe in the field or have done this before, we're doing it by what we call the McMaster slide technique. So we use specific slides. That's a McMaster slide that has these little grids in each of, I don't know if you can see those or not. They're just little blue grids. So that helps us to give an actual count of how many eggs are in the feces or their worm burden. Because thankfully Ponytails is being responsible and just not over deworming, because we are starting to see some resistance with some of the different types of worms. So the main ones that we're going to be looking for today is our strong lid eggs. Eventually I will have a screen so that you guys can see these as well, but otherwise we can look them up for you. We will note things if we see tapeworm eggs on there, large roundworm eggs, but mostly we're looking for the strong lids, and then we'll do a specific count. So with this procedure, a couple things that we need. So obviously we need stool samples, our slides, our fecal float solution, some paper cups for our samples, and popsicle sticks, but sometimes I get frustrated and just grab it because why not? We're farm kids, so. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need 4 grams of feces. Put the first cup up here and make sure that I hit the tare button and make sure I'm in grams. And then I'm going to take some of my sample, and it's always like a little celebration, personal victory if you actually get it to 4 right on the dot, but rarely happens. I'm getting a little better with it. I think I ran like almost 15 of these the other day. Also helps if you have the cover off. All right, here we go. Take 2. All right, so we're going to hit that back to 0 so it's not measuring our cup with our 4 grams. So then just spilling out a little bit of our samples here. So 4.3, I'll say that's good. I kind of use like up to 0.5 as my margin of error, but that is good to me. So then I have a little cup here that I marked out where our 26 milliliters of our fecal float solution goes to, because that's how you get your accurate counts. So we'll just take some of that. And then we just got to mix up and make a nice little horse poop tea. So what this solution is going to allow us to, or what it's going to allow to happen is we'll fill these slides and then it'll let the eggs float up to the surface so that they're easier to see. So the other part that we have here is our tea strainer, because we don't want all those chunks of fecal matter in there because it would be nearly impossible to read. So that's enough just to let what we need to go through. The eggs will pass through there, but not the larger material. So then we can take our popsicle stick and kind of squish all that liquid down in there. All right, and then right away we're going to take our McMaster slide. So I'm going to set it here so hopefully you can see it a little better. And a pipette. And just pull up a bunch of the solution. And then we're just going to fill both of these little chambers all the way. So you want to try to not get air bubbles in it. If it happens, you just kind of dump it out and start over. It's not a huge deal. So now we just got to let this sit for about 5 minutes. And it can sit up to 60 minutes because what we're doing is we're letting all that other stuff kind of settle to the bottom and the eggs to float to the top. Okay, and I'm going to do that other one too because then that gives plenty of time for that one to sit. I do have slides and stuff, so yeah, hopefully eventually if we need to look at some blood or anything like that, or like pustulant discharge.
All right, awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Yeah.
So it's been at least 5 minutes, I would say. So we're just gonna put it up on the stage of the scope. And with those grids that are in here, so I'll just focus till I can see the lines of them. And then I'll start at one edge and read all of the eggs per chamber. So the thing that I was showing everybody the other day is looking at what air bubbles are, because everybody will be like, oh my gosh, what's all this? But the air bubbles just like, they look like round black tires. Those are not eggs. But if you have those in focus, then you know you're in the right focus plane here. So now I'm just going to go down through kind of using my, I can adjust my focus here to kind of go up and down if I need to. Luckily, the strong guile eggs are pretty easy once you figure out what they look like. So as I was doing these the other day, I don't remember if it was 13 or 15, I started to get a lot faster at the end of the day. Okay, so there's one. So I'm right down 10, and then you can see. So it's right in the middle of the screen. There's like an oval, maybe don't laugh at my drawing abilities here. But it's a big oval shaped egg. So you have your cell wall, and then there's just a bunch of like circles in here. So in my impromptu, that is what the egg is that we're looking for in there. We're looking for this one right there. Yep. From the list here, it looks like I have a whole lot of them to do yet. So one in one chamber, and then I'm going to move over to my second chamber and then take a look at that as well. So again, just find the edge. And his is looking pretty good so far. Okay. So now we have some math to do. His is going to be pretty easy. So with the 4 grams of fecal material, the 26 milliliters, so what we do is we add up the 2 chambers and then multiply that by 25 to get our egg count on here. So Orville has 2 times 25. So he's got what is a count of 50, which is pretty low. So he would not get dewormed in this case. So therefore, not over deworming him. All right, you guys want to see? Sure. All right, I will get it back up on the screen here for you. So what we're going to do then is we'll go through the rest of these samples. I've got one more, so I just keep a chain going. And then once we have the egg count on everybody, we'll go according to the American Association of Equine Practitioners guidelines and then deworm the ones that have a higher worm count. So.
You gotta be calm because she's a little scared. See? She's a little nervous. That's okay. Oh yeah, and they love on our pony gets brushed every day. She gets treats every day, doesn't she? So she would have all the love. She's so cute. What do you think of her? Go and just you gotta move slow with her, okay? I mean, if that's okay with you, we'd love to have her.
Yeah.
I think she'd be perfect.
He said, no, mine.
Well, now you can feed her, and Dixie can feed her pony in the morning, see? Okay, you don't want the pony. What about Ruby?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm cool with the mule. I don't know what you guys are going to do to me.
I think you ride that horse for a half hour. She'd settle right down and be really good.
1, 2, 3.
I said a course to the horse.
And smile. Perfect. Are you ready?
I said a course to the horse.
Molly, you're not helping. Molly, hey. Good girl. Good job, Molly.
So this is Leah. I'm sure a lot of you have seen her in our videos, on our Facebook page, things like that. She is one of our volunteers and she has some exciting news to share. So Leah, how long have you been a volunteer here?
Like 3.5 years.
3.5 years. And how many horses that have come to Ponytails have you wanted to adopt?
Like 5.
Like 5. And so what happened with Buddy here?
I talked to my mom about him, and then she was like, how old is he? And I said 16, and I could ride him and catch him good. And then she said, okay, and I got to adopt him.
Are you so excited you finally found your horse?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to count to 3, and then I'll have you say, I said, of course, to the horse, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.
I said, of course, to the horse.
And smile. Dr. Kristin is here. She's got she's got quite a bit of time for us today, so we are more than certain that we're going to be able to get through everybody. So fingers crossed, and we're going to start here with Orville.
Can I touch you? Well, we could get you used to the stethoscope. Oh, isn't it terrifying? See? Yeah. Oh, I know. It smells like a cow, probably. You're fine. You've had shots. Oh, stop. You've had shots before, I'm sure. Oh. You be good. Hey. Hey. I know. Hi. Oh, just chill. Mister. Hey. Just want to put it under your tongue. Is that good? Be calm. Let's take your picture. You are, old boy. Look at all that calculus on your canine. He's kind of worn out. One of his incisors pretty good, but you have a little bit of an overbite. You're cute, though. A thunderstorm gets you all on edge? Can I take your blood? All right, you're on this side with me? All right, perfect. Oh, is that so hard? Come on, give me that. Hold still for a second longer. Good boy. And I just need to take your picture. Did you think he was in his 20s? I'd put him at 15 to 20. Yeah. The teeth on either side say opposite stories. Well, it's funny, you look at him and sometimes the groove is halfway down on one side, and on the other side it's already gone. And you're like, so 15 to 20. That's how we come up with a range.
Overall looks good.
Yeah, heart sounded fine on that side. He got a little tense when I was trying to go to the other side, so I'm just not going to get any more blow-ups today. but yeah. He is a thin pony, but yeah, if you can get weight on him, fine. He just had a lot of calculus, is what I was noting. Like just those ones that are fun to break all that calculus off the canines. So, was he a surrender too then?
Yes.
You guys been managing this wound on him, or did he come with that?
He came with that.
Yeah,
So you just had a bad time moving here, huh?
he had
Yeah.
previous founder.
Okay. Looks like he's halter bred or something too. He's got those muscles in the front. Good night.
A little overweight.
Big booty on him. So, okay. Nope, that sounds good. So, quarter horse, obviously. Because he could definitely be one if he's an easy keeper that he could have 14. Okay. He could have a little bit of insulin resistance. So, little, like, we usually don't consider like Cushing's or something like that till after they're 15, but they can get insulin resistance at any age. And he's kind of a chunky monkey and has a cresty neck. And so he really needs to be on a low-starch diet. Yeah, mister? Yeah, you've got extra. They always get extra fat here, and then they get extra here. But I want to see this leg of yours. Yeah, he's kind of puffy. So, honestly, around a uniprim wouldn't be a bad idea, because he could have a little cellulitis from this. You can see this is some pitting edema down here and actually goes all the way down into his pastern here. He says that's a little bit tender versus how much more thin he is on that side. Yeah, even his knee is kind of puffy. I think I'd do a round of uniprim on him because of all the sub-Q edema, and he's got it going down here. It even goes into his pastern a little bit, and I got to assume it's from this injury. And so a little bit of cellulitis. Insulin. 112. Yep. A little high.
What would be considered normal?
I'm not sure what their normal is on this one, to be honest. Usually Cornell will give a range. But this was, a year and a half ago. He probably has a lot higher insulin. Mm-hmm. So whoever gets him, I would just say, yeah, this is a horse that's going to be, you're not going to throw him out on a lush pasture and let him pig out. You just can't. Then their feet will fall off, basically. Hi. Yeah. Do you want my hair? You want to eat it? I need a haircut. All right. So she's had a lot of hoof work done, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Those are glue-on rocker shoes.
Wow. She's really kind of dished out there, isn't she?
I was never told why she has them on.
Well, it sounds like she's had some suspect Cushing's and some foot issues and stuff.
Well, I suppose the history of founder.
Yeah. But she's standing, well, she looks still a little sore maybe the way she's standing. Hi, sweetheart. What do you think? Do I smell good? Like Buddy? Well, why don't we take a little bit of blood out of you? Are you going to be a good kid? I think, wow, what's this? Have you guys taken blood out of her? She's got a lump there. Doesn't seem like it's part of her jugular. Huh. So she's got this lump. It doesn't seem like it's part of the jugular. I don't feel anything bouncing with it. So old scar. Some horses, I've had horses when they were at the university with catheters in for a long time, they'll get a scar, but this doesn't feel like it's part of her jugular because her jugular stands up above it. So I don't know what happened to her there, but she's got a... I guess I wouldn't get too excited about it unless it grew or bothered her. If it grew, we'd sample it. So as it is, she can just have it. doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother me, honey. Oh, I know. Can I have this, please? I know. I'm so mean. Don't step on me with your rockers. You've really got high heels on, girl. You lift it up. Is that... When she walks, is she sore on this one? This one she tends to hold up more. It's hard to tell with that goofy. She might step a little shorter with that one. I think you're going to get a lot from the farrier evaluation on that because she's so dished on the left. Never seen a shoe quite like that, but if that's if that's what she needs for support, then so be it. Farrier would be the first thing I would say with her, and then I didn't. Oh yeah, I'll put you at older. You stop. There, Molly. Yeah, see how there's the groove is. You hold still. See how you can see the groove on this tooth and it's hitting the bottom? And so that's when they're like hitting 20. And then on this side, it's like, oh, it's way up here. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying you kind of got to look at both sides of a horse's mouth because you can get quite a few years difference. But 19 would work for me because it's hitting the bottom, 17 to 19 even. So. Oh, you want to show me? Oh, thank you. That's a good boy. Okay, maybe you're going to be calm enough I could take a listen to you and everything. Hi, sir. Ticklish much? I just joke. My next horse will be short, so it doesn't fall so far. Nothing doesn't hurt? I mean, he's got another little kind of lump here.
What is it?
Just looks like it could be an old scar.
I think he could have got kicked.
Yeah. It's actually kind of soft, so it might go away if it was a recent kick.
I know his buddies are kind of bullies. So.
He's with the boys, huh?
He's with the boys.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, just watch that little sunburn on his nose then, and watch for soreness. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
We're waiting for X-ray machine yet.
That's why he's your pain in the ass.
Well,
And he's what, 2-3 years old?
yeah, I don't want to.
Ah, we need to take care of that too.
Yeah, we might.
He's one of them. We have 5.
Does he
We
have
need to
2?
castrate. Yes, I do believe he found 2.
Okay. I was gonna, from here, I only see 1.
He
But
didn't have any when he first got here.
okay. I laid one out the other day and never found 2, so they're gonna have to go in for surgery at the cities. But and I mean, I laid him out and I palpated everywhere. So
He did find 2. I do remember that.
what have we done so far with this?
We're treating it as proud flesh basically at this
Yep.
point. So keeping it clean as we can and wonder
Hey,
dogs.
sir. Hi. No, you be nice. Thank you. Oh, yes, I know. I don't need you to pick it up. I just want to touch it. You won't let me touch it. Yeah, definitely a lot of proud flesh on that. But he shouldn't, if it's just proud flesh, he shouldn't have all the extra swelling that's in the fetlock. And so, yeah, you be nice. That's pretty hard. I don't think it's bony, but because I was squeezing it kind of hard, so I was pissing him off. But an X-ray would be a good idea on that one because if there is a lot of bony change, he's going to be probably a pasture animal anyway. Would be his future. Is he fairly sound on it?
Yeah, it doesn't generally bother him.
Okay. If he got sedated for X-rays or something like that, then I would cut this proud flesh off at the same time because proud flesh doesn't have nerve tissue in it, but he's just, I guess, irritated enough about being touched down there. Normally you can cut that off and just bandage him really tight and then continue on with regular proud flesh therapy, right? But he's kind of irritable about it. Mm-hmm. Does he let you hose it at least to kind of get all the gunk off and the flies? And
We had been hosing it and he was good about that. And then
Okay.
Ray, the new barn manager, she wanted us kind of stop. She's like, the cold hosing isn't helping the proud flesh.
yeah.
So it's just kind of like,
We're stuck.
Yeah. I think it needs probably another round of cutting. So
It hasn't been cut at all.
hasn't been cut at all?
No.
Yeah. It's just that you can see the light pink stuff around the edge is new epithelium, but it's not going to be able to go up over that really dark red bleeding stuff, especially with how big the rest of his leg is. Do you have any anti-inflammatories right now or anything like that? Yes, sir. Can I touch your tummy? See if you have two.
Like it'll stop in beauty.
Yeah. Just stop. He's kind of a high flanker on his left, but it is there.
Hey.
Stop.
Yeah, that's me.
I didn't mean it either, but I had to. So.
And then we did also, we're kind of hoping you could peek at his teeth because Mike didn't do that.
Yes, that's fine. I might wash this off.
4-year-old.
Oh, you are. Yeah, you have eruption bumps.
I'm like, that's all right.
Oh, you are so little. They are all babies, except for the middle two. So like 3. Those middle ones come in at 2.5 and they're in wear at 3. So it's like 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. So yeah, 3 years old.
Thank you.
You'd probably just sedate him for an x-ray because he's going to want to kick. And then at the same time, cut that sucker off. I mean, take the x-ray first, see what you're dealing with, if it's worth doing anything with, right? And then go from there. Yeah. Do you get a little rub on your nose too? Hi. You can sniff me. I'm not going to touch you then. 'Cause you're snorting at me. Hi. Can you smell me? You're kind of old enough to know that, right? You've had bad treatment, I hear. It's all tangled. Hi. Don't look, right? Yeah, I think that unless we have you tied, if I go to get blood from you like this, it's not going to go well. Yeah. We could always give you a little bit of medicine too. Cool you off a bit. What do you think? Did you let me touch your mouth? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that? What's that? Your mouth? Yeah. Oh. What do you think? Yeah, I don't know if you're going to let me get to your neck. Or if I do, you're just going to jump and run away with a needle in your neck. The other side of you. Come here. Come closer. You're so far away. You don't yield to pressure yet, do ya? But you let me touch your ears, which is very nice. I just can't. I don't have long enough arms. No. Buddy, I'm going to do this. Hey. You be good. You be good. You be good. Hey. Oh, I know I had it in. Maybe just grab his nose. Maybe. Just, come on, give me the blood. Give me the blood. It's in your neck. I'm going to leave it there. You bugger. Hey. Nope. Whoa, rub it. Rub it. You like that? Oh boy. You like it when I rub your face? Come on. Give me that vein. Do you like being twitched? We're gonna rub it. Good boy.
Can we go to the twitch?
You can. Now rub his nose.
Boy. Yes. This one's worse, the fronter.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get my hoof knife before we pick up that muddy thing, huh? But I'll look at the 21-year-old. Really? You're so little, though. Thin soles. Makes sense. Because that's the other thing. I mean, yeah, she can have thrush, but they're just sore when they have thin soles. Then they need a little bit of a pad on the bottom, too. 97.8. It was fine. So if we rinse them off, I'll go get my hoof testers. Oh. You do have a foot under all that mud.
And shoes.
And shoes. Yeah, they are shoes.
Get out.
They stink.
Yeah.
think that they would help because I mean these are the two spots that she's so sore on. She already flinched pretty good on me. Yep, she says. Yep, right there, right at the tip of the frog. And it looks like he started kind of digging out that spot a little bit already. I don't know how much deeper I want to go with it, but we might dig it out a little bit and see if we see anything. Right, but she should. You'd think that the shoe would have taken an awful lot of that pressure out of there already. Yep. I know. It's coming, it's coming. Just let me get it. Yep. Yeah, we're getting her.
Yes, ma'am.
I know, I'm sorry. And then we're gonna make Yep. Let me clean it out just a little bit. Maybe my other knife will be a little finer. I could feel that thing. It was just, you could just see it was about ready to pop. I don't want to keep digging because of how much blood I'm getting already. And do the Epsom salt soak to try to draw that out. She can be on a little bit of an anti-inflammatory buterbanamine. Ideally, because of the mud, I don't want mud to be jammed up in there again.
We got to find a stall.
Yeah, so find her a stall, and if you can wrap it, that'd be great.
Okay. Any of the other previous owner vet records?
Really? But he came with this amount.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just fluid. There is some firm. Yeah, I'm sure he does have some arthritis then. Because it's not just like a fluid pocket that you can push back in, you know? You can feel a little bit of a ridge of bone under this one, it felt like. But we'll take a look at you otherwise, sir, and then do some range of motion checks. His fetlock all the way up to his elbow. And this is as far as I got, and I'm giving him a pretty good push. And I don't want to push him any harder. So yeah, there's probably some arthritis in those knees for sure. That's all he's got. And he says it doesn't feel great, but that's all he's got. Well, he flexes pretty good this way, though. I mean, look at this knee, his hip, he's flexing everything. His hock could flex a little bit more, but hey. Yeah, he doesn't go back all the way. You good boy. Got an old owie here, too. I know, I'm doing weird stuff to you. You're not used to that, are you? Yeah, I mean, like I say, maybe a little bit more would be nice in the hocks, but what horse with this history doesn't have hock arthritis? He doesn't really like stretching it. But yeah, I think the knees, there's obvious arthritis in those knees. So, but if he's not been expressing any pain when she's riding him or anything, right?
Not really. What did you say he does, Kylie?
He just wrists, you say he was just one direction or something?
Yeah. It is to the right.
Okay. How far he bends, pretty similar degree of arthritis and decreased range of motion, both front knees. Knees are nice because you can inject him if you need to, if he gets painful.
So maybe consider injections?
Yeah, you can consider injections, but if he's not, he could be like a light rider, and if it starts to bother him, then we can do knee injections. So, sounds like you don't want to be in here without your friends. I understand. Got some owies. You need to put a little bit more weight on. But it doesn't act like his back is sore. Like, it's just, I wonder with that bunny hopping, it's not like, okay. You've probably felt that before when their back hurts.
Yeah.
Hope he's gonna leave a present. How's your knee? 'Cause it seems like knee is a pretty common place to have some arthritis.
There he did the little hop.
Yeah, he did. I think it's worse than his. That's good. I'm suspecting that it's in his knees, but the stifle, I should say. But because it just seemed like both of his stifles, the way he's kind of kicking it up, it's not like he's sore in a lower limb. And he just stands goofy on him. And both, I couldn't really feel like normally in a knee, like it's such a, and see how he stands with this left one kind of out a little. Normally you can reach in, you can kind of feel in that joint a little bit, and I just can't really with him on either side. So I bet you he's got some stifle arthritis going on, and he could have a kneecap even that bugs him sometimes. But it's probably more likely an issue within there. Maybe even like watch his little, yeah. I mean, you can just kind of watch the the way this knee is moving, it's just not, but you can't really reach into it. Like maybe there's a little fluid in it. Yeah, I think he just has bad stifles.
All right. You are an
They're all crooked and weird. They shouldn't be quite like that, and they're getting a little thick above. Horses get weird, and it's usually thoroughbreds that do. It's called EOTRH. They basically, if you've heard of that, she sort of reminds me of that a little bit because of the way her incisors are kind of getting a little bit bulby up above. You see that?
Yeah.
So she might start to get a little bit of oral pain. Could use she got sharp incisors. And you think?
Kind of look like the gums are kind of receding off the teeth.
Yeah, so and that'll be part of that. But they just get really bulby roots because they start to get like a hypercementosis in the root, and it turns it like almost pear-shaped up there, and it becomes painful for them, and the teeth get taken out surgically. They're taking out teeth like that is like a general anesthesia surgery because they do a big flap and they grind out some bone and stuff like that. But I mean, if she's her age and she's able to acquire feed, then we'll let her be. Okay. She thinks she's a stallion. She has little bitty. Look at those things. Oh, it's even a loose one. She goes, I have doubles. You're not a stallion. You don't need those.
They did have her at the auction. They called her.
Did they really? She's even got kind of the base of this incisor. It's just thicker. Everything's just thicker. It seems to me.
Yeah.
And that's what's probably making the teeth be a little bit malaligned. I guess I can see some Arab in you. So, yep, she'd be on the dental list, I would say. Hi. You're cute. Can I see? They want to know how old you are. No, the grooves are only halfway down on both sides, which means they're 15. Yeah. And her teeth actually don't look like old horse teeth, you know? Can I open it just a little? You have hay in there and grass, and you've been having a good day. She's like a bow-legged sailor. You see that? I wonder what kind of issues she's got with her ligaments then, because you notice, especially in her right rear, she drops in the fetlock, and so they get that desmitis, what do they call it, DSLD, and they start to drop a little bit more and more. And maybe that has something to do with that angular deformity that she has where she's walking with that bow-legged stance. Kind of starts from her knees down too. It's like a little bit in every joint. It's not just the hock, it's kind of every joint that she's got. Say from her teeth, she's a pretty young horse, so this is probably something she was born with. She just has bad conformation in the rear. So I don't know if she was used for riding or what. Obviously she didn't have a lot of work done with her feet. And the way she drops down in that, it's just going to get worse. She's going to keep dropping in that fetlock, and they tend to be horses that don't do well on slippery conditions. They don't want to lay down as much because they have a hard time getting up sometimes. So probably more of a pasture type of pet.
I don't know, really great life.
No, it doesn't look like it. Because of the weird way she walks, she could be putting her back out too. You guys end up with a lot of standard breds, huh? They just consider them a little too old, and although you'd think with a mare they'd breed them. But yeah, you're older. Oh, quit. You're mouthing me. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just want to see the top of your little teeth. There we go. They're pretty triangular. Yeah, no groove on this side. It's like it's off the bottom, so that would put her in that 20 range. But this side is just, let's just call her 20. Kind of standing with her knee cocked up a little bit too. You just like to rest this leg or what? Okay. What am I doing back here, huh? All right, you guys haven't put her through her paces or anything like that yet to see, like lunge her or anything? Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
She
Doesn't lunge? No? Okay. I'm just curious to see how she moves, but all right. I'd say she's at least, I'd put her at 20 then, and then maybe a dental, because it looks, from what I could see quick when she opened her mouth, I think she's missing a premolar on the top. It'd be nice to put scratches salve on that, but then she might lick it, and we don't really want her tongue going numb. You know what I mean?
Can we put a cone on it?
It's a crappy spot because I bet you that's part of it is that she's reaching down here and she's scratching at it like they do, you know. So how could we put some ointment on there without you eating it? Because then your tongue would hang out. You'd be numb because there's lidocaine in that salve. Hi, sweetie. Hi. You guys are really being silly today. Hi. Yeah. Come here. You are orally fixated. You, sweetheart. Please hold still. I just want you to touch my tongue. You have a smiley face. See how her incisors, the way her bite is like this? Hey, you stop. You're gonna be a good mare. Yeah, she's gonna be 15. She's wearing them because she's got, you see how her goofy bite, she's wearing this incisor off so much quicker than this one, where like the groove is kind of getting worn off of this one faster, and she's like a swoopy, smiley face. So she has a little bit of a malocclusion. So a dental wouldn't be bad. She's got a ramp starting. Hi, hello. Let me see. Usually you guys open your mouths for me pretty good, huh? Yeah, good girl. Yeah, she's just got a goofy incisors, which can, because they're weird, when she's moving her mouth, it can cause some issues with her back teeth, so.
Yeah, and then when he put it up in the stock, it oozed.
It's like you got mange, girl, is like how it reminds me, you know what I mean? Just how you can squeeze it and you can get a little bit of blood out of the follicles, just tells you there's a little bit of infection deep down in the follicles. You're a big girl, around a uniprim to help with her skin wouldn't be a bad idea. And then she's going to need, if she'll let you bathe her, a shampoo, like a medicated shampoo would be nice.
Okay.
Something that even has an antifungal in it. Because you can squeeze that and you can get a little bit of blood out of those follicles and a little bit of pus. And so she's probably got some folliculitis, which I know she does because I can see her front feet. They make, there are nice ones that have ketoconazole and chlorhexidine in them, so they have an antiseptic plus an antifungal, ketoconazole being the antifungal. And then if you suds it up on her and let it soak, like just massage it and leave the suds sitting on her for about 10 minutes before you rinse it with cool water so it really can penetrate into the follicles. Yep, anytime you do medicated shampoo, it's good to have contact time.
Okay.
And at least we're in that time of year where we can let them sit with cool water and soap.
Yeah.
You are so thick. You're just a thick mare. I think we're gonna have to put you on some good drops to try to save that thing. The other eye looks a little bit more shriveled, and it looks like there's a mature cataract in it, but there's a possibility because this eye has not gotten any smaller and it's still got some active inflammation in it that we'll try to treat it. My thought with a uveitis or an eye like this would be a topical drop that has steroids in it to calm it down, and to put them on oral Banamine to take down more inflammation, and then also doxycycline. An antibiotic gets secreted in the tears so that he'll have some antibiotic on the eye, and then on the off chance that he's got like some infection or something that's triggering this, like a lepto, then we're treating that too. I'd like to I can't see through the cornea, so I don't know for sure that he doesn't have a bad lens on that one, but if we can get that cornea to clear up and get him feeling a little bit better, maybe there's a chance we get some vision back in that eye. The other one looks like it's really sunken in and kind of, you can put the ointment in there to make it feel good, but that one doesn't even seem like it. He rubs it, but it's not, how it's sunken in, it's not watering. Like this one's kind of beyond saving.
Sure,
but
I see the difference.
Yeah. So we'll get, he'll get eye drops, he'll get some oral antibiotic and some Banamine as well. If we can see his pupil a little bit, the other thing I can do is give him drops to dilate the pupil. Those ones, though, it's atropine, and it's like you put that in the eye, and then you walk the horse for 20 minutes because it risks making them colic if they absorb a lot of atropine. And so I try, unless I need to, but it is good because it takes away some of the pain in the eye and prevents some of the adhesions that happen inside the eye. But because of the cloudiness, I can't see exactly what's going on in there. But if we come out to see him again, I can take eye pressures and we can do all that kind of stuff.
She's getting around better than she was.
Oh yeah, wow. A lot of muscle loss there, huh? And I want you to shift. Oh, she don't want to. I want her to put weight on it. She says, nope, maybe I'll kick you instead. She's even lost some muscle, like you can see up here is less. Hard to tell because I mean, this is really more of the hip joint. She won't put weight to take weight off the other joint for me to compare it. But this knee seems a little bit, because she's lost so much quad muscle, her knee even seems to stick out a little bit much. But I mean, if he got everything off the foot, like if he's getting the foot under control, would she back up towards us?
She's kind of wanting to stand like outward on it.
Yeah, and that's what makes me wonder about stifle injuries. Like dogs do that too when they sit and they cock the knee out, you know, because she's lost so much of the quads, and then she's even lost all this muscle up here too, if she's not bringing the knee forward. But I don't think it's just her foot. I do agree there's probably a proximal limb injury. So hopefully we can get a little bit more muscle on her. But if she's walking like that, I wouldn't want her ridden. I would give her time, yeah, to see if she gains muscle and stuff, but she's still not moving. It's not enough for it just to be a foot injury. There's got to be something else going on, because, yeah, so much. They don't usually, with just a foot injury and misuse, they usually don't lose all their muscle up here, too. So, yeah, work on that. Try to get some symmetry on there. You can do joint supplements on her, too, on the assumption that she's got a stifle issue, because her hock felt all right. And she, like you notice, they do this. So, and then she cocks it. Yeah, because I mean, really, this is just this part of your bone. That's not really the joint. The joint is really right here. And so she wouldn't really put weight on it for me to compare to the other side, but it makes me think that it could be a stifle, and she's not pulling it forward. She's not using these quad muscles here. She's losing this on top as well. She's lost quite a bit.
She's actually gotten some.
She's gotten some back.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to put weight on it unless I can push her a little bit, see if she'll do it. It pops a little. So yeah, there could be some hip issues too. Because this is, like I say, this is more where the joint is, and when she pushed her over, I felt a little cracking in there. So she could have hip and knee, and then that's why she's lost muscle here, and she's lost muscle here. Look at your cute little teeth. You wore them down a little bit more on this side, mister. Did you say off of me? He ate a lot of stained food in your life. Your tongue is dark. His cheeks are dark. But I didn't see anything obvious there, and I would say you said 13 or something like that. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yep. There, he's just kind of standing like a goofball.
He's trying to be like.
Yeah, I'm so very tough. She called me skinny. It's not true. You just have some mud there. At least it's not a bug bite. Now you're standing like a base-wide football player. What you doing? How about right here? How about right here? He doesn't care. Walk him and see if he's being weird about his left, but he does cock it more. And I guess you're more symmetrical now that you're squared up. Yeah, he's not walking very free right now. Kind of short on the right rear, but I don't know if he's kind of nervous, but that's better. Yeah. If you didn't tell me he was 17, I would have said 15 because the grooves are halfway down the tooth, but that's fine. You just didn't wear yours down as bad as some. Actually, they look pretty nice right there, so hey. He's got his lower premolar ramps up just a little bit, but if he is able to keep weight on, we probably don't have to do a dental on him. Okay. But if you notice that he's not, then we'll check. What do they usually, when people adopt standard breds, do they do a lot of, people just adopt them for trail horses? Or?
Pretty much.
The only thing I kind of noticed when I was looking at his feet is it's like he toes out a little bit, and then, I mean, you see how he's got a line here on both of them, and then it kind of goes in from there. So definitely get some good farrier work on him. It's quite the groove right here.
On that back, like it's curving too.
Yeah, so this is like some new growth, but it's sort of, because he toes out, it's sort of like it's going in, and he's wearing the outside a little bit more, so he'll just need to be squared up.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are making such a mess. So did he test, he just had heel pain that they noticed, or what? Not hard to
I can't remember.
say here.
I remember she said she just stopped riding him because he was just clearly in so much pain.
I know, buddy. It's hard to catch the heel on a horse. When you see the amount of flexion I'm doing there, he's like, cool. Don't seem to bother him too much.
Before he had the shoes on, he was definitely ouchy.
Yeah. I don't know that I would go through the trouble of trying to do navicular x-rays on something like that where he's not expressing heel pain to me. If he's doing really well with shoes, then maybe he's just a thin-soled horse and he needed a little bit of... Some horses are just more sensitive. I like to squeeze their heel side to side and see what they think of it. He doesn't care. Usually, navicular horses don't like them. He hasn't reacted to anything. Yeah, okay, chill. I don't know that I'd go through the trouble of x-raying for something like that, because if he did, the changes would be so subtle, you probably wouldn't even see them. Navicular rads they can have incidental changes and things that don't even mean anything. So, and it's not going to change your treatment. You just keep them comfortable with shoes. Nope, you don't need no rads. Okay, we wanted to look at his mouth. I didn't even get to see your eyeball yet. You said he was 17. Sorry. Yeah, he could be closer to 20. Hey, just chill. Just chill. Hey, thank you. Yeah, you could be closer to 20, but 17 sounds fine to me. Oh my gosh, you're a piglet. I'm gonna put 2 hands up near you. I know. What if I push on your neck and make that jugular stand right up? What if I did that? What do you think? Is that kind of a fun thing to do? Eat at the same time?
There we go.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
He's just holding his neck off. He did a good job. What did you? This smells so good. Oh, see, like even when I don't know if some of that is he's that startly or if he just doesn't see you coming and then do you not see my hand when it's there? Well, the needle really didn't bother him.
No.
It's just being touched. Yeah, just being touched. But can't he just be like a trail horse? You know what I mean? Like I could try it. He's obviously been ridden before. If he's off the track and
So basically work with them.
I would work with him. Yeah, I would.
Because none of it I've seen kissing spine that is like obvious, like they're, you know.
Yeah, those X-rays they were close together, but I couldn't even tell exactly where. I assumed it was kind of in this area, but and of course horses that have withers issues they don't really care to be saddled up, and so it's like, well, where is it? And
It's supposed to be 23, 24.
okay, you're cute. You're actually pretty handsome. Yeah. You're an old boy. Without getting the speculum out, oh, you're just full of grass, Just full of it. Yeah, give me that. I see the teeth in front that are there. Yeah, we'd have to rinse you out and put a speculum in you to see that. But no, horses can have missing teeth like that. It just depends on, well, if you had 2 across from each other and you have all your grinding teeth over here and all the grinding teeth on the other side, it's fine. Yeah, they will ball up more hay and it'll get stuck in there and then they'll spit it out. Now you're gonna poop. He's ready to have his fecal done. He's blowing kisses. Sedating him and like rinsing his mouth out and stuff. I'm not gonna be able to tell you exactly which teeth he's missing, but you've only had him for a couple days. We could put him on the list for our dental day and watch for those quids and stuff like that. Sure. You're youngish. You got a hook though already. Look at that. Yeah. Hopefully you can chew that or trim that to get her be a little bit more square. But she even turns out it's not just at the foot. She turns out at the knee too, especially in this front right. So she's just going to be a little bit of a project for that.
You think that'll limit her, like, with a trail horse or something?
Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to do anything any jumping or any, you know, like the greater performance stuff, because
I think maybe just around the property though.
yeah, I don't see why she couldn't do that. Yeah, she starts turning out the knee and then the fetlock and everything just kind of goes from there down. So it's not just one joint; it's just the angular limb deformity and the whole thing. And again, if she was a foal, they could have done some corrective shoeing and wedging and stuff like that to try to balance her out a little bit, but it didn't happen. So.
And she was horribly obese. She has lost it.
Okay. Was she having a lot of heat in her feet and some? Wow, yeah, that's nice. Growing out, like digital pulses and stuff. Hi, sweetie. I mean, they're not hot or anything, at least. But yeah, let's see what your knees do if they bend good. Not great about picking them up. Okay, we'll give you a little lean into you. Give me that. Give me that. There, thank you.
Don't lay down,
Sonny,
Sonny.
I just want to bend your knee. And it didn't work. Give me that. Give me that. Well, her knees bend good.
Okay, so it's not her knees like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to test, but I don't think she's going to let me, but we'll see. I can't really. She's got quite a bit of sole here. I wonder if he could even trim a little bit of that away. Hey. Yeah, I think you just don't like me touching your feet. Oh, honey. Okay.
I'm just gonna
hand you
holding
this.
it?
I'm gonna hand you this. Pinch right here. There.
Or do you want me to hold?
Okay, go right there. I'll pinch it hard. Usually they're sore in the toe.
Ooh.
But she just isn't. She's not gonna give us an accurate reading. The knee had good rotation, or good bending though. Can I come in? So I just wanted to see if the knee bent all the way, because I wanted to see if she had some arthritis in the knee that was making her kind of stand over at the knee like that, and it didn't feel like it on that side. So I'm guessing it's all her feet. And
It does bend.
yes. You guys having fun holding up a halflinger?
That's probably fattest halflinger.
I've seen fatter.
Gosh, what was she, 1,600 pounds when she got here?
Yeah, you guys, do you have a scale?
Not
A
yet.
scale would be awesome.
Soon in our quarantine barn.
No. Well, she's not sore in the toe, so that's good. She's toed in, yes, but it's got to be her feet.
Her feet.
Yeah. She's
You
got
don't
good.
think x-rays are needed or anything like that?
Well, x-rays would give you a good idea of how thick her sole is, because it looked like she had extra sole, especially on the right front. It would give Polly an idea of how much she can take off. Because if he can take off more of that and more of the front, so she rounds off nice, then that's fine. The question still, because the dark red stuff, just honey is what you're putting on it right now.
Yeah, we clean it with chlorhexidine and then dry it off and then put honey in the.
But the top was bulging out quite a bit. Now it's not.
Yeah, it's just barely mushrooming. So it's really, the dark pink is granulation. I'm here. This light pink stuff is all the skin. And so that's what really needs to get over the top of it. It might have a hard time.
Yeah, and the hard part was to wrap it up higher, but it always comes down where just that half inch to an inch ends up exposed.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Flies really like it.
Yeah, flies like one too.
Gosh, what should we do with you, girl? That's kind of a tough one because it's not like a big mushroom. It's just barely high, where like the skin might be able to start getting over the top of that. Maybe do without honey some stuff about like a hydrocolloid type dressing or a silicone dressing, because it's going to create a moist wound bed. Because I'm going to try it without honey just to see if we can get it to change. But they have them on Amazon, and my idea behind that would be we're trying to create something where that tissue can grow, using that as like a little bit of a support structure. And so something like that, just to try, because there's not a lot of discharge or anything like that. So yeah, silicone wound dressing that you stick right on there, and then the bandage. Just try to clean it up really good, and just try to do that. Oh, this is probably hot. Well, it's not so bad. Hi. Do I smell like so many horses and their feet?
He was pretty mouthy when he got here.
Oh, are you mouthy? Do it. I dare ya. You're not going to let me grab you, are you? Hi. tell.
You're okay, bud.
Oh, is that so bad? Is that so bad? I'll just come from the bottom then. I'll come from the bottom. Just chill. Hi. Tickle, tickle. You're a young boy. You're a young boy. I don't like it when I grab your nose. It's the problem. Stop. He's less than 10, that's for sure. Got all his adults. I just want to. Yeah, maybe. Unless he'll let me just lift up his lip quick. Stop.
Calm down.
Will you quit? I'm going to switch sides with you then. Just because, like I say, you look at the other teeth and... Hi. Hi. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to tickle your lips. Come here. Stop it. Oh, stop. Don't you... Oh, how'd that feel? You bonked your head. You bonked your head. Yeah, he's young. He's less than 10. Got all his adults, it looks like. I could see some stallion teeth on the bottom. They come in about 6. So you could come 6 to 8.
Okay. 6 to 8. So, young enough to castrate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We are so thankful that Dr. Kristin was able to make it out today. We got through 27 horses, 2 of them being Isabella and Garnett. They were just getting some quick checkups, so we didn't record them. But yeah, it was a very successful day, and it couldn't have gone better.
Hello, can you go? It's right in the middle.
Poppy's getting her medicated bath. I think she's liking it a little bit.